Hello, hello. This is Marche Denise Fulham, the author of Confessions of Church Girls, also the proud mother of Jada Louise and Enzel Marche. I'm smiling because I almost forgot about what we were approaching on, and I almost missed the significance of this month. But do you know, on 8/31/22 last year, I was let go of on my job, and a lot of people didn't even know it. Didn't even know it at all. It was one of the hardest days of my life because every day when I came home, my daughters, just not because I made them, it was just what they did. They would come downstairs, and greet me. Hey, Mom. We'd hug and kiss, and they would help me bring my stuff upstairs, like my purse or like if I had my laptop and that kind of things. But on that day last year, although I tried to stall, right, because I had missed my daughter's senior night to like meet with her teachers and find out about things that were going to be happening, because I was stalled only to be let go. So when I got home, I was trying to put myself together because I knew that they were going to come down the stairs and I didn't have a legitimate reason to kind of avoid that. So when they came down the stairs, what they were greeted with was my whole car was filled with work stuff, personal stuff. So note to file, if you have an office, don't put your whole life in there, because then if you choose to leave or you have to leave, it's a lot. So they looked at me and they're like, what happened? And I was like, explain to them, and they were in disbelief because of the year and all of the accolades and things that have been done, and because they had saw like how much I had sacrificed, how much I had put into it. Although I wasn't perfect, there was just more to it. So my heart was broke, more so because yes, I missed Jada's night, and also because then I had to look them in the eye, and they're helping me carry all this stuff up the stairs, and then it's like, what do you do, right? Because tag, I'm it. When you're a single parent and you're not necessarily co-parenting and it's just you, it was senior year, so there was things that needed to be done, and like she still had to graduate, she still needed things, and then my other daughter was in private school and she was doing dance and kind of all these other things. But one thing I can say, and I want people to really hear this, is not one single day was our needs not met. Not one single time was I not able to pay rent. Not one single time was there a need that my daughters had and it wasn't met. And it wasn't because I left with some grand amount of money. And it isn't because I had a sugar daddy or an uncle on the side that was giving me money. No, it wasn't nothing like that. When I tell you God provided for us, He provided for us. But most importantly, it gave me the ability to step back and look at things and realize like how tired I was, first of all. You don't realize how hard you're going until you stop going and you don't have nowhere to go. So the first couple of days was kind of awkward, because I was so used to getting up early and staying like late. And then now I had nowhere to go but to look for my next place of employment. So I went through a lot of emotions, and a lot of people didn't know what was going on. A lot of people saw me and figured everything was okay, but there was a lot going on. And during that time, a lot of other things transpired that was hard, right? But it made sense because I had the time and the ability to be in places and to support and love on people that I needed to love on, and then to regroup and to grow as a person. So I don't know, I felt like being in a hat, no glasses, and hoop earrings, and a white tank tonight because it's only right that I get on here and just encourage someone else that you are going to have days where it feels like, man, what is going on? I've had some recently where I'm like, I don't know what I did, God, but let me know so that I can regroup. But keep going. And I know that's why I can get on here every day and say the best is still yet to come. And I can tell people with confidence and with a conviction to keep going, because I know what it means to keep going. I know what it means to get up every day when you don't feel like it. I know what it means to like apply to jobs that you know that you're overqualified for and they don't give you the job, right? I know what it means to be humbled on a whole different level. I know what it means to like trust and I can't see it, and yet it's like provisions are still coming. So what a difference a year will make, right? What a difference a year will make. And although I'm just pinning like 8/31, right? When we get to 9/1, that's significant of another year that didn't pass technically. And for me, because I'm a New Year's baby, shout out, ooh, I've always experienced that joy of a new year, right? But I think sometimes we don't allow ourselves to recognize that every day is a new year. Every new day is 1 year from the last time that day was there. It's a new year, a new day. And what a difference a year can make. It's up to us to make the decisions to pivot, right? And to evaluate. Sometimes you got to step back and say, I'm no longer willing to go in circles like this. I'm no longer going to sit here until I die. I'm no longer going to support your dreams and you're not supporting mine. I'm going to allow myself to sit in this and feel how it feels to hurt and cry through this, because I know better is intended for me. I'm not going to worry about the unknown, but I'm going to trust you and know that it will be okay. And this is what I'll tell you. I'd be lying to you if I said there wasn't days I cried throughout the year. I cried. I would be lying to you if I told you there wasn't days I was mad. I was mad. I'd be lying to you if I told you there wasn't days I was disappointed, even with some of the people that were my faithful few, right? Because you'd be surprised what power and leadership and money will cause people to do, right? But I've learned that to whom much is given, much is required. And we're all going to have to give an account one day. And as I sit here, right, not going through those battles, but facing other battles in my life, I had to giggle and think about, God, you bad, right? God is an awesome God. And what I love most about it is that he's consistent, right? But let's talk about me and you. I want to look you in this camera and I want to tell someone, I know you're hurting. I know it may feel like you can't get through the next day. And maybe you're not hurting. Maybe everything is fine, but you're just tired. Or maybe you've lost purpose. Or you're living up to other people's expectations. Whatever it may be. Or maybe you're just fine. Like Mary said, I'm fine, right? Just fine. Whatever it is, just know what a difference a year can make. And I'm going to start looking at things differently. I didn't realize that sometimes maybe I look at things with the glass half full. But I'm growing, and I think that's what we all should give ourselves, is that growth. So what a difference a year can make. And for those of you that didn't know, yeah, now you know, right? If I could make it, you could make it. And don't let anything, a job, other people define you, because the moment you let other people or things define who you are, you've given them way too much power. And that's an anonymous quote, but one of my favorites, so I'm going to say it again. The moment you let someone or a job or anything define who you are, you've given them way too much power. Step into who you're supposed to be. Know your purpose, right? And know that what a difference a year can make. Tomorrow is a new year. The next day is a new year. You made it through another year, another day. And whether you have to take it 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time, or 1 month at a time, keep going, right? Knowing that your best is still yet to come, because it's not always based on how we feel. It's not always based on what we can see, but it's based on, do you trust? And are you confident? Are you willing to just let go of control? And that's a whole nother video. I'm not going to get into that. But that's the other part I had to learn. I had to let go, right? So, this is Marche Denise Fulham, author of Confessions of Church Girls, proud mother of Jada Louise and Enzel Marche. Roll Tide. Rep in Alabama now because my oldest is going to school there. And what I know for sure is God has a plan and he does not lie. I'm an Alabama mom and God did it. It wasn't a job. God did. All right. I love y'all big. And I will talk to you soon. What a difference a year will make. Keep going.